Hey, this is Nicholas. Buenos dias, Boricuas. This is for you in Puerto Rico. You remember last year when we talked about this, and I was giving you a warning out to Puerto Rico that we need to watch the Muertos Trough and the Caribbean Plate and the North American Plate. Well, this news station in Washington D.C., WUSA 9, has came out with this article. And it's really very urgent, but it also backs up what I was saying last year. The thing with this is I could say something a year before, months before, or whatever, and at first you're like, I don't know this. I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about or not, because we haven't seen it on the news or anything like that. The issue with that is you're not going to see it on the news right away. It could take another year or months for them to even release anything like that. So, and here we are. Look how long it took them to release this article. So let's get into the article. It says, here's how plate tectonics caused Puerto Rico's recent earthquakes. The island sits where the Caribbean plate meets the North American plate, an area that can be very active. Puerto Rico has felt hundreds of aftershocks after the January 7th magnitude 6.4 earthquake, and throughout history, earthquakes are not an unheard of occurrence on the island. This is because of plate tectonics. Puerto Rico and the adjacent islands surrounding it are sitting on the convergence between the two tectonic plates. The islands are on the edge of the Caribbean plate, which extends to the south in the Caribbean Sea, while the North American plate is just north of the island. Okay, these two plates have been slowly pushing together over millions of years. The rate of the movement of tectonic plates is roughly half of the rate at which your fingernails grow. But over time, this builds up pressure. When this pressure is released at a fault, an earthquake occurs. Puerto Rico has many faults that can be origination point of earthquakes from the north side of the island to the west and the south. The earthquake series from 2020 has been on the southwest side of the island along the Muertos Trough, where the Caribbean plate is slowly sliding underneath Puerto Rico. Guys, this is the warning that I put out last year. They're actually using the same map that I did research on myself, and I posted it on the page. And this is when I started getting Puerto Rican followers, and you guys started waking up to this. It's just reality. It has been going on for millions of years. As you could see here, 300 years, 450 years. It happens every 75 to 100 years in certain areas. Okay, but you look at the Muertos thrust belt, you look at the Muertos fault and the trough, they don't even know when it happened, the last time it happened. So it's new. It's fresh. We know about the other areas that have been hit on the Mona Passage, the Mona Rift. That happened. 1918, 1943, another one in 1918. So they do happen. And this is the warning that I am putting out to Puerto Rico, because the big one is coming. We just don't know the exact date, exact times, but we can watch the patterns. We can watch where the energy is and everything. And so we'll be watching for that, and we're always watching Puerto Rico and everything. So yeah, that's that warning that I was trying to tell you last year, and finally here we are. They released it, and they said that we have to watch the Muertos Trough because it's fresh, and that Caribbean plate's sliding up underneath Puerto Rico. So that's the reason why you're getting all these quakes recently, just all of a sudden, because for years you haven't been getting much at all, and then all of a sudden on the south side you really started getting stuff, and then that's when you started worrying, because you've never really seen it in the south, especially on the southwest side. So we'll go back up here to this figure 1 here, and this is looking in from the north side, so it's kind of backwards. Right here is the Puerto Rican Trench. You got the Mona Canyon here, Hispaniola, which is Haiti and Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. You have the Anegada Trough, the Virgin Islands Basin, the Caribbean plates right here, south of the island. Then you have the Antilles Arc. The arc's through this area here. and this is where the hurricanes go through too. They find these troughs and they always go through these areas. So it's all connected. But here's the most important trough for Puerto Rico, the Muertos trough. Okay, so this is the one you have to watch. This is the one, when I was saying, all those earthquakes and pressure building up down here by Cayman Islands, up over towards Mexico, it's, you know, it's going back and forth on that Caribbean plate and the North American plate. So the North American plate's pushing up against the Caribbean plate. It's causing the Caribbean plate to slide. So what it's doing is it's sliding under Puerto Rico. And that's basically what I was trying to tell you guys last year. So I'm glad that, you know, you're waking up to this and you're seeing this. And hopefully you'll be able to share this to your familia and your friends in Puerto Rico, because they need to wake up. This is serious situation. It's reality. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna slide under Puerto Rico, and there's gonna be a big earthquake. I don't know when, but you know, like I said, we'll watch the patterns and the pressure buildups and all that, transfer of energy. But this is very important, Puerto Rico, and I want to get this out to you. Okay, so you guys have a good day. Adios, and God bless.